Hello everybody, how are you all today? Well, today we have something super special. We're not going to make food, we're actually going to make a mosquito repellent, a natural mosquito repellent. And here I'm so excited to show you is a basket full of herbs grown from my garden, and herbs that I so encourage you all to do that. I've even got eucalyptus leaves, and I have a eucalyptus tree growing in a pot, so no excuses, you can do this. I have aloe vera, so we're going to need that this is for when we've been bitten by mosquitoes. We're going to make lots of different things, and one of them is going to be a mosquito bar that you place on the bite. We have here, this is lemon verbena, and it just smells amazing. It smells so lovely. It has this like lemony aromatic smell. This is Citronella, which is renowned for mosquitoes. They do not like the smell at all, any of these that I'm showing you. And this is the product, the herb that's usually in the ones sold on the market. I try to avoid using those because it's full of chemicals, and this is why I wanted to make this video and show you how easy it is for you to do at home, okay? So we've got our Citronella, and then here we have Melissa. Again, it has a lovely fragrant lemony smell, a little bit more pongy this one, and the mosquitoes really don't like this one at all. It's also known as lemon balm, okay? So we're going to use these. Also, we are going to use oats, because believe it or not, oats is very good for itchy skin. It's very therapeutic. So I've just had that in some water since this morning, and we will drain that and use it. So what do we need to do? We're going to make mosquito repellent oil that you can apply on your body where you've been bitten. We're going to make a spray, so we can just spray around, and we're going and we do that with an infusion that I have here, and I'm going to show you how we do that. And also we're going to make some mosquito repellent bars, and I've got those now in the freezer. But let's start with this, and then I'll show you the end product. Okay, so this is what we need to do. First of all, let's start with our infusion. Okay, so to a pot, like this. Even if you don't have it, you can just use a jar, and then we can use some muslin cloth to take out the herbs later. But just for the sake of it, this is much easier right now. So what do we need? We need some of these herbs. You can just take them off the stem. Can you see that? Shall I bring that? Is that better? Okay. So we put some lemon verbena. And honestly, I love the smell of this, and this makes a great tea. It's very good. And incidentally, when you make these into teas, mosquitoes, they don't like to bite you after, because it's just something the skin lets off, and they just don't like it. So now we're going to add in our eucalyptus, and you can cut those ones up, put them in there like so. Yeah, put a little bit more. Then we're going to use our citronella. And we're going to use some Melissa. There we go. And there has a real strong, pungent, lemony smell going on now in my kitchen. And to that, we're going to add some hot water. And then you're just going to let it sit there for some hours, okay? Because what you want to do is, ideally, you want it to come to that colour. It's like a browny, yellowy colour, okay? The longer you leave it, the better. So I just move my herbs here a little bit just to make some space. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to drain the herbs out of the water, and what I'll do, yes, I'll do it in here. You see? You see the colour? It's like a dark colour, brown. What I want to do is I want to actually get those herbs out. Just love working with herbs, it's so lovely. There we go. Okay, and you just want to squeeze that out, getting all the herbs into that water. Okay, now you get a bottle. So you can do this two ways, okay? You can use this as a spray, but you can also use it on yourself. So I'm going to just add in like so. Now if you don't have herbs, okay, you can use essential oils. Now another herb that really helps very much, so I don't know if I've got, I do have it somewhere, is cinnamon. Cinnamon has been proved to really be a very good mosquito repellent. So I didn't boil any of that, so I'm just going to add to it a few drops to my water. And you can buy essential oils from the chemist. Health food shops have them now. You can buy them online. If the essential oils are all the same price, then you know you have to be careful there, because every essential oil has a different price. Here I have lemongrass, which we'll add because I don't have any lemongrass herb yet. I have to go and find some. There we go. And I also have eucalyptus, and I have some tea tree. And tea tree is another oil which really helps for mosquito bites. It's a great antiseptic oil, so if any infections as well, it's going to help get rid of that. And just put the top on, give it a good shake. And there you have it. You have an infused mosquito repellent. There we go. No. Let's see. It's a new bottle. There we go. Mosquitoes, beware. So you can apply that onto your skin as well. If you're out camping, out in the fields, anywhere up in the mountains, this is going to be your best friend. And you have that lovely smell, no chemicals, all right? Or you can just around the room spray this. So there's one version of your repellent, okay? Right, put that to the side. Now, this you can store into a bottle or in a jar. What I'll do is I'll take out the rest of these herbs and I will store this. And we're going to need it anyway for, no, that's right, we're going to use it for the bars, so I'll just leave that there. Now what we're going to do, I had before, I won't show you how to do it now, but what you do is you put some oil in here, some olive oil or some almond oil, and you put in exactly the same amount of herbs that I just showed you with the infused oil, okay? And then you put it up on the cooker, on the heat, on the lowest heat, and then you just let it just heat up very gently, and then as soon as it starts to bubble, you take it off and you let it cool down, and you do this process a few times. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just put again in a jar your oil and the herbs. Where are those herbs? Yeah, we got them here. Instead of that being water, that could be oil, okay? And you just leave it sit for a few weeks and it's going to absorb all the essential oils anyway. So what I'm going to do here is just show you. What we'll do is we'll put them in a bottle, like so. So I've got a funnel, some muslin cloth, and I'm just going to pour, you see, our oil, and again, should be using a knife anyway, put all the herbs into there, and again just squeeze out all of those lovely juices. Okay, you see, and then you have a nice oil. That's really nice massage oil as well. So there you have it. And now you have an essential oil, a blended oil of mosquito repellents. So I'll put that in a jar just so that you can see better the colour. Okay. You see that? And that's all it is to it. And again, you just take some out and apply it wherever you have the mosquito bites. Or don't wait till you have a mosquito bite. If you're going out and you know there's mosquitoes, just apply it on your body like a body oil and they won't bite you, on your legs, on your arms, wherever you feel necessary to put it. So there we have it. We now have a lovely oil and we have an infused oil as well. Okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is, let me bring them so I can show you, hold on, is how to make the bars. So, I've had these from the morning, can you see that? Again, I'm super proud of them, look at these. Let me put them here. So these are Citronella Herbal Bars for mosquitoes. And, there you go. Oh, they're really good. And I'll show you how I did those. So you can make them at home. So look at that. Isn't that clever? And I've put some lemon verbena leaves on the top just for decoration. So you know when you do get bitten and it really stings, all you have to do is just apply it on and it will just get rid of the sting straight away. So there you have it, our bars, and I'm going to put those in the freezer now and then I'm going to show you how we made them. Okay, I'm back. So now we need to take our aloe vera and we need to take out the flesh. Just gently with a sharp knife, just be careful of your fingers. You see how that is? And just cut through. And you want to place that into a blender, okay? Let's do some more. And I'm using aloe vera because it's very, very good for the skin. So if there's any bites, it's going to be very healing and help it go away and soothe your skin and heal it at the same time. So there's our aloe vera. We've got a little bit there too. Take that. And honestly, they grow in pots. Mine's in a pot. So you can grow that. Like there. So we're going to need that tray. So, to a blender. we have our aloe vera. That's so good on the skin. Just before we do that, let's take out this our oats. And as I said, it's very, very good, and it's an ancient remedy. They use oats for many different healing purposes. I was surprised because I didn't know that, but I'm doing some recent studies. I'm learning herbalism, and it was in my studies, and I was really surprised. Oh dear me. Totally need some practice there. Let me just drain that out. I'm going to have to do that again. Start again. 1 minute. Alrighty, I'm back. I think I'll use this, which will be more safer. And there's a thick, come nice and thick. There we go. Okay. So, oat water, which is going to help for the itchy skin. So we're going to add some of that into our mixture and make it nice and creamy. Then we're going to use our infused water, which, remember, we have all the different herbs in here, and you want to get it to this colour. So there you see, that's the one we just made, but it's still not ready. So I'll go ahead and use this. Depending how much you want to make, it's up to you. I'll just do a little bit more. Okay, now to that, we're going to add some coconut oil, which is also very good for the skin, but also it's going to help the mixture become hard and not break to pieces, because it's all water. So when this is in the freezer, it's just going to help it solidify. Okay, and there you have it. So now what we're going to do is, let's just give this a good mix, and then we're going to use some essential oils. Okay. So we're just blending that aloe vera to break it down. There we go. You see that? Right, and to that we're going to add some tea tree, a few drops. We want to add in some cinnamon, just a few drops. Okay, and lemongrass. And don't forget, we have infused herbs of eucalyptus, of lemon verbena, of citronella, and lemon balm. And Melissa, which is lemon balm, it's the same thing. So just give that another little whisk. Like so. And then you need one of these things, or you can have round ones, or any kind of container that you want. Okay, and I just remembered lemon. Mosquitoes, they hate lemon. So, and that's something that I do. If I get bitten and I don't have anything, I'll just use lemon, and that will take the sting away. So I'm just going to squeeze some lemon into our mixture. Otherwise you can use lemon essential oil if you have it. Just give that a mix. And we can now pour into our mixture. You see? And that will last you a long time. And you can also wrap them up, tie it with some string, and they will make a nice little gift as well. So perhaps these ones, it's not easy to take with you if you're going camping or something like that, because they're going to melt. But you can definitely use the others. So there you have it. That's going to go into the freezer. And I brought these back, and as you know, this is how they look when you have finished. And we're just going to rub those on. And what I'll do is I will decorate them now with some lemon verbena. Just put a few leaves in there just to make it look pretty. You see that? What you can do with herbs, just amazing things, and much more natural than those chemicals. And there you have it. Some lovely mosquito bars. Mosquitoes, watch out, because here we have it. There you go. Doesn't that look pretty? And there we go. So we have this lovely bars of frozen mosquito repellent. We have our infusion of herbs, and you can just spray onto your body. And then we have the oil, okay? And you want to put, blended oils in a dark bottle in a cool place. You don't want to have them sitting in the sun, unless you're going to make an infusion. If you're going to just put all the herbs, let's say as we did here, instead of water, oil, you can have it a little bit in the sun. And so we now have our oil, our infusion, and our bars. And there you have it. So do have a shot at it, try it. It's much more natural. I will have under the description box below all the essential oils and fresh herbs that I use, and I really encourage you to do them. And it's really fun, and the kitchen just smells amazing. So, and this is really much healthier than using shop-bought products with chemicals in them. So have a lovely Sunday, have a lovely day, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.